everyone, it's me again, and it's been a long time. So sorry about that. Life has still been just kind of crazy. Very quickly, thank you for all the nice comments on my last video. I don't respond, but I always like to like the comments. I love the comments. And I'm sorry about that. I just don't know how to respond most of the time. I have had another loss in my family. And I think I'm gonna have another one really soon too, but I'm getting through it, my family's getting through it, and we'll be okay. So on to the stitching. So I'm a little confused. I know that a lot of the stitchers, a lot of you guys are like parents and moms and dads and stuff. But I'm confused why everything cross-stitch related is revolved around the worst time for school. So like there's Stitch Mania, which is in May, which is the last month of school. So I'm busy, I can't stitch that much. And then I know that the next Hate Challenge starts in August, which is when school starts again. Like, I know you guys are parents, but school. I don't know. That's just a little thing that's kind of weird to me. But so I have made a lot of progress since last time. That happens when you're gone for what, 2-3 months. So the first thing I want to show you is my Electra. I said in my last video I wanted to work on my Singer sampler over the 2-week break and get a lot of work done on that. Well, I didn't get any progress on it. I worked strictly on Electra. So if I can, I'll insert a picture of what it looked like last time here. I hope that worked. If not, then I'm just sitting here awkwardly. But here's what she looks like now. Sorry, I'm back here. So in case I didn't insert a picture, I had just the black. I didn't have any of her arm done, and I just had the black done like up to here, and I had none of this filled in. So I filled in all of this, and then I did all of her dress, and I did her arm, and I started the jack-o'-lantern. So a few things that I changed is I added beads where there weren't charted to be beads. So you can see on here that there's a lot of beads. So in the center of her dress here, it's solid beads, and then there was brown stitches in the center, and I just replaced that with one black bead. I thought that looked kind of cool. And then over here, the ends of her dress that are black, these curls, they were charted to be stitched, but I also made those beads. I hope you can see that. And then there's still just the changes of that I made the wing purple. I think you guys can see that. Yeah, I made the wing purple. I'm charting it to be purple, and it's supposed to be green. And then I added a nose to the jack-o'-lantern because I like my jack-o'-lanterns to have noses. So I worked on this a lot, and by a lot I mean I would wake up at 8 o'clock. I'd start stitching at 9 o'clock, and then I would stitch until midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I would stitch like 15 hours on this a day for 13 days straight. That's how I got so much done. And it was harder once it got dark. I had my OT light on over me, and it wouldn't be so bad, but then all the fruit, like the bugs would come in. So like there's just like little like gnats and fruit flies here, and they would be attracted to my outlight. And so there was one night where I killed like over 20 gnats just trying to get them off of my cross stitch. That was not so much fun at stitching at night. And so the reason I wanted to work on Electra is because I was trying to get a scholarship. So there's a local stitching group, but it's mostly a quilting group here in my town. And they were offering me $1,000 scholarships if you could show your stitching. And I wanted to show something that was a little bit more intricate, so I didn't want to show my Singer sampler, so that's why I worked on Electra. And I actually won. There were 2 other participants yeah, so we each got $350. So a little bit more than $1,000. But yeah, so I'm really happy that I got that I got 1/3 of the scholarship. That's gonna go a long way. So yes, that's why that happened. But then, so the next thing I want to show you is my singer sampler. Just stop talking about it and just show it. So here it is. This light's gonna go through it, I'm sorry. So the Doe and Ray were done last time. And then here's my progress. So last time I showed it to you, I had T done, or I was working on the border of T, and I was like halfway, I was like to here. And so I finished all of T's border, and then I did all of Doe's border, and then I did the picture and the words for Doe, and then I did the words for T, and I did the words for law, and I've started the L of law. I haven't worked on so, but then I did the words for fa. So I've been working on this because I know I can't do mania. Like, I don't need more starts. I don't have enough whips. I do, but I want to focus it all on, I want to focus the rest of my time making a promise now. I promise I'm going to work on Singer Sampler now. So there's this thing called 30 for 30 crafting. So it's like hashtag 30 for 30 crafting. And what it is that you, for the month of May, you try to work at least 30 minutes on your chosen craft. So it can be cross stitch or crocheting or knitting or paper crafting or anything like that. And you try to work on it for at least 30 minutes every day for the month of May. And then yes, there's 31 days in the month of May, but you have 1 day for cheating. So let's say you couldn't finish it that day, or you don't want to do an extra day, you can if you don't want to. Or you can if you want to, but not if you don't want to. And so that's kind of what I've chosen to do for May instead of mania. So I've been working on this at least 30 minutes, but I've been trying to get more of like an hour or 2 hours in on a day. And I have been posting like progress, like you post a progress picture every day. And so if you guys want, I can insert that here, or I can make a separate video and show kind of my progress for that. But I kind of don't want to go through all the editing if no one wants to see it. Sorry if that's kind of rude. Yeah, so just for right now, I'm just trying to go back. Like, I finished the border, and I can't tell you how happy I was to finish the final border for Doe, because they are the worst part, working with variegated floss and metallic floss. And now I just have to do that with all the names of the notes. So that's fun. I don't mind that much. It's for my teacher. I love her and I wanted to have it. And so that's just kind of how I've been going. That's what's been going on with that. Tonight, after I finish this video and hopefully get it edited, I'm going to try to finish the L of law. And then the next thing I want to show you was the dollar horse. I have worked on this a little bit. I went on a road trip, and it was on a kind of like a windy road, and so I did not want to work on Singer Sampler. I would have gotten sick. So instead I worked on dollar horse. So in the last video I said that I could not wait to start the horses, and so I did not wait. I started the horse, and I got this far in like 2 days. I'm thinking it's looking good. I made a mistake. I accidentally used 2 different shades of pink, but they're like just a shade off, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't think like most people would notice. So I'm working on that. And then I wanted to finish the second border because it's a biscornu, so you need 2. But I didn't want to. I wanted to work on the horse. So last time I think I only had 1 rainbow done, and I got another rainbow done. This Wargy Biv plus pink. So that's all for that. So another thing I want to talk about is that I wanted to try to organize my stuff a little bit. So when I carry my dollar horse around, I carry it around in this bag because it fits. And it's also like rainbow. And it says, do more of what makes you happy. And my aunt gave this to me. My aunt who I gave the tea and books quote bookmark to. And yeah, so just like it fits and it works, and so I carry that. But then this quote was also gifted me by a dear friend of mine, and she gave me this book, and it also says the same quote, "Do more of what makes you happy." And it's a beautiful book. It has like gold page edges. And so what I started to do was I started to just try to organize all my stash and stuff. So I have 15 started projects, and then I have in the back I have 3 finishes. I actually have one more that I'm going to try to insert a picture of. I got bored one day and I had time and I wanted to make something for my neighbor, and she likes cats, so I just made her this quick little like cat fridge magnet. I'll try to put it here. Hopefully I don't look awkward again and I was able to insert that picture. So I'm going to add that to this. And then I have all of my, I try to organize all of my patterns. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 pages on 5 pages. And then so I just went through them and I went by like type. So I did all of my online patterns. So I put like a little O symbol next to them over here that says that it's online or it's a digital pattern. But these are kind of harder to draw or write. And then they would look too close to P's, so I have P's for print or paper. And then next to them I would put S's for started, and then C's for complete. And then I would group them if they were part of a series. So like this is all from one thing, and then these are from one thing, and that's from one thing. So I wanted to do this mostly because I want to know how much stash I actually have, because it's really easy to just say, "Oh, that's a pretty pattern, I'd love to stitch that. Bye, bye, bye." But I want to be a little bit more conservative and be like, I have this many patterns and I want to stitch them. I don't need to buy another one. And this isn't even all my patterns. I still have like another 100 patterns to add to this. And so that would bring my total between 200 and 300 patterns. That's a lot of patterns. Like, granted, some of them are small and some of them are big, but that's still a lot of patterns that I already own that I could be working on. With that said, I have a little bit of haul. I know what I just said, but I have a little bit of haul. So, I don't want to buy any more until I get some finishes, because I am a bit of a serial starter. I start it and then I don't finish, or I start it and it takes a really long time to finish. And so back when I was working so much on Electra, I'm almost done with it. I just need to do her wings and her face and her hat. So I don't have too much more on her. And so I just wanted to kit up the next Bewitching Pixie I wanted to do. And I actually I'm borrowing or stealing this idea from Miss Oh So Crafty. It is Emmy and Cleo by Nora Corbett. These two were just made to be best friends. Like, they're hunting buddies and they're going out. And I just really like these two, and I like them back to back. I kind of wanted them to be face to face. So I kind of wanted them to be like this. Like facing each other. But then I realized that that kind of looks like Emmy is trying to shoot Cleo's bird that she's holding. And that's not good. So I decided to do back to back. And then I got fabric for this to go on, and I got the beads and all that stuff. And so I got fabric, and this is by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. It's a 32 count linen. It's called Enchanted Glen. So here's one half of it. And then here's the other half. I hope you can see all this because I can't. And then the reverse side looks like this. Okay. So I decided I wanted to stitch them on here. So just where it's serged or whatever on the ends, I put a little safety pin. So that tells me, because you have to open it from the side, that tells me that this is the front. So this is the half I'm going to use, and then this is the top. So I just use it to like mark my fabric. And I just think they'll look really pretty here because it's like kind of darker on this side and it's lighter on this side. And since Emmy or Cleo, she has more black in her. I think that she look better on the lighter fabric than Cleo. She might pop out on the darker fabric a little bit better. And I just like the Enchanted Glen because it's kind of like the greens remind me of like a forest, but the purples kind of make it seem like a little bit more magical. Like if it was like green and brown, then it would just be like a normal forest. But because it's green and purple, it has like more like spookiness to it, I guess you would say. So one thing I'm still debating though with these two is that I love their colors, but I'm not a fan of green. So yes, I have green fabric for them, but like with Electra, where I changed her wings from green to purple, greenness just isn't my favorite color. And so Cleo has like purple in her wing, or not purple, green in her wings and on her boots. And then Cleo has also like green in her cape and on her like stockings, I guess you would say. And so I don't know if I'm going to try to change that to a different color or what I'm going to do. I think it would be kind of cool, let me get your guys' opinions on this, is that because I love their base colors. Like her blue and her purple are so beautiful that I thought it would be kind of cool if I switched it. So if I took some of her blues and I replaced it with the green here, and I took her purples and I replaced it on the blue, or on the green here, I think that would be kind of interesting and make them look like more matching. And then I also don't want the green to get lost in this. I'm not too scared about the purple because there's lots of greens. So I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling right now. Yeah, so if you guys have any opinions on that, that would be really appreciated. And I think that's it. I showed you my progress on my 3 current whips. I showed you my haul. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, I'm sorry it's so late. If you're still here with me, then thank you. I'll see you when I see you. I'm graduating on the 30th, so that's gonna be pretty crazy. And then I'm gonna try to get a job and stuff like that, so I will try to get back to you guys in June or July when I'm on summer break and in between working and school, because I'm going to take a few online classes. And so I'm going to try to stitch, and I'm going to try to get all that stuff done. I hope you guys get lots of stitching done, and if you're doing Mania, I hope you enjoy Mania. If you want to try 30 for 30 for the last 10 days or so, because this video is supposed to come out at the beginning of May or the end of April, and then life just got crazy because it always does. Either way, if you don't want to participate in any and you're just watching me and you like stitching, good on you. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful month, and lots of stitching. Bye bye.